Good evening. On behalf of the France family, the Foundation Board, and all of NASCAR, welcome to the 10th annual Betty Jane France High Speed Hold'em Tournament. Like so many things in our lives, tonight's a new twist on our tournament, but our hope is that it's as much fun and rewarding as if we were here face to face. Nicole and her staff, the Poker Girls, and the Foundation Tournament Committee have all worked hard and should be thanked and congratulated for tonight's efforts. We're always thankful for our Halifax Health support and partnerships. So Jeff, thank you to all you and your staff. Glenn and Connie Ritchie, they used their John Hall Chevrolet brand to support tonight's tournament, but what great friends of the France family, the Foundation, and more importantly, community leaders here in Daytona Beach and Volusia County. Our host, Maria Ho, is back. Thank you, Maria. We have a new partner, World Poker Tour, whose importance will be obvious as tonight's game unfolds. Nicole will talk more in a minute about the athletes and celebrities that are joining us tonight, but I especially wanted to thank NASCAR Hall of Famers and NASCAR Cup champions Rusty Wallace and Bobby Labonte for joining us, as well as future Hall of Famers who are still making their history in NASCAR. Cup champions Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, and Martin Truex Jr. So thanks to all of you for joining us and adding to the $2.4 million we've raised for Speediatrics Children's Fund over the past 9 tournaments. Have fun and good luck.
Thank you, Mike. I too want to welcome everyone to the NASCAR Foundation's first ever virtual poker tournament. This event has become a time-honored tradition, and we're so glad that you could come along for the ride with us in this new format. As you can tell, we're doing things a little differently, but virtual is the name of the game, but poker is still the game of choice. One thing that hasn't changed is the reason why we're all here tonight, and that's to help raise lots of money and have lots of fun while doing it. All of this is an effort to fulfill the legacy of our founder, Betty Jane France, and her vision of giving back to children in our local racing communities. You see, Mrs. France started the NASCAR Foundation, and this year will celebrate our 15th anniversary. We hope you'll enjoy learning a little more about the impact of the foundation over the years.
Since launching in 2006, the NASCAR Foundation has been dedicated to fulfilling the vision of our founder, the late Betty Jane France, to help children and families in our NASCAR racing communities. 15 years later, that passion has led to nearly $40 million being given to benefit the lives of thousands of children across the country. As the work of the NASCAR Foundation has grown, 2 pillars have continued to drive the heart of the Foundation's mission: the Speediatrics Children's Fund and the Betty Jane France Humanitarian Award. Originally started with the goal of bringing the excitement and fun of NASCAR racing to children's hospitals, Speediatrics Children's Fund has evolved into so much more. Over the last 15 years, the Speediatrics program has provided medical treatment to more than 700,000 children through facilities like our Speediatrics Inpatient and Emergency Department at Halifax Health in Daytona Beach. These efforts have expanded into racing communities to inspire children to live a healthy lifestyle through the Speediatrics Fun Day Festival program. Racing-themed lesson plans, videos, and healthy activities showcase our sport, our drivers, and our team members as athletes who not only work hard and play hard, but also succeed by living a healthy lifestyle. But perhaps the most visible pillar has become the coveted Betty Jane France Humanitarian Award, named in honor of the Foundation's founder and chairwoman emeritus. This prestigious award is presented annually to a NASCAR fan who has done exceptional volunteer work on behalf of children in their community. In 2020, the Foundation celebrated 10 years of honoring 40 remarkable individuals with nearly $1.8 million provided to children's charities in recognition of their incredible work. And NASCAR fans have answered the call by casting more than 625,000 votes online to help determine 10 winners who embody the same spirit of community service as Betty Jane France. Although much has been accomplished, the many children helped, the tens of millions of dollars raised, and ultimately the motivation the NASCAR Foundation provides for people to give back to their communities. These 15 years are just the beginning. The NASCAR Foundation continues to look to the future and its commitment to carry on the legacy of its founder, Betty Jane France.
As you can see from the video, one of the most important programs that Mrs. France started early on included the NASCAR Foundation's Pediatrics Unit at Halifax Health. Her vision to bring the excitement of NASCAR to children who need it the most continues to carry our impact into the future. We're honored to have Halifax Health on board once again as our host sponsor for this evening. They're a wonderful partner of the NASCAR Foundations, and we're thrilled to have them in our community, providing health and wellness services to us and, most importantly, to our littlest race fans. Please enjoy a message from Halifax Health President and Chief Executive Officer Jeff Feasel.
Hi, I'm Jeff Feasel, President and Chief Executive Officer of Halifax Health. Every day I'm thankful for the relationship we have with NASCAR and the France family. Daily, we are reminded of that relationship by our trauma program, the only one in the region, the France Tower, and of course our children's services housed in our NASCAR Pediatrics Unit. We wish to thank Ms. Betty Jane France for bringing this unit to life, and thanks to all of you who have supported your community's health system through your kind words and of course your donations of time and treasure. Pediatrics is a partnership between NASCAR, the France family, physicians, nurses, the smallest patients, and you. And we thank you for your ongoing support. Have a great night.
Please don't forget, as you're watching the poker stream tonight, to also check out our silent auction. We have lots of great items, including a 30-minute Zoom call with professional poker player Daniel Negreanu. And remember, the money raised tonight will go to help kids in our racing communities. Look for the QR code in the bottom of the screen or go to NASCARFoundation.org/silent auction. Now it's my pleasure to turn the rest of the evening over to Maria Ho and a good friend of the NASCAR Foundation, NBC's very own Rick Allen. Rick played in the tournament earlier, so I'm sure he'll have some great insight to share with us. Take it away, Maria and Rick.
Well, thank you, Nicole. What an incredible event. Because of COVID-19, we took the annual Betty Jane France Memorial High-Speed Hold'em Poker Tournament virtual this year. So that's why we're all in little boxes. But the players gathered on Zoom. We had so much fun at our table. I know I had a great time. We were doing it online via the World Poker Tours Club WPT platform. And Maria Ho, I know you are very familiar with that. That's really how your world has changed now. You're doing a lot of this online, aren't you?
Yeah, I was actually happy to take a little break from playing this time around because I have been playing a lot of online poker throughout the pandemic, but I'm really glad that we just had the option to go virtual this year, but I can't wait to see everybody in person next year.
And this event wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for our sponsors. They have helped already raise $175,000 towards a goal of $200,000. We're hoping maybe even get to $250,000. You can help with that in our silent auction. But our sponsors have helped out so much. Halifax Health returns as our host sponsor, and John Hall Chevrolet is the driver pool sponsor. And of course, we've got drivers that are going to be a part of this tonight, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We want to recognize NASCAR, ICI Homes, Jeep Beach, and Pocono Raceway, as well as all of the sponsors for their contributions this year.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a part of it for 7 years now, and I can't believe that over the 10-year history, the tournament has raised over $2.4 million. So just an amazing, tremendous amount of fundraising that has gone on. But the live auction is still open until January 30th. So let's keep pushing that number further and further.
Yes, that should, we'd love to see the number get all the way up to maybe 200,000 and maybe even $250,000. That would be great because it's all for the kids. The NASCAR Foundation doing such an incredible job helping kids out. And this is just a fun time to raise money and have the opportunity to help as many people as we can. So, all right, Maria, let's recap stage 1 and stage 2 and get this underway.
What are we playing for, y'all?
We're playing for bragging rights and Jeep Beach is what we're playing for right now.
You daggone Skippy, we are.
Well, as we saw there, and actually, as you see in the upper left-hand corner there, that was me enjoying a little bit of wine. But Maria, we had so much fun in these first rounds, and everybody, I think, the camaraderie was the biggest part of this event, bringing everybody together. Even though we couldn't be in person, we were able to virtually be together, and I had a great time in my table.
Yeah, well, I got the chance to kind of hop around from Zoom to Zoom, and it was nice to see that some people really dressed the part. I caught some visors, a couple hoodies, the headphones, the sunglasses.
I flopped a straight.
Dog.
Oh my God!
Ouch.
Is that just?
Oh, holy crap! Honey, I just kicked his ass.
I flopped a straight against the guy that flopped one pair. That would.
I got a full house on the river.
Aces. No aces. No aces. Yeah!
Oh my God,
Let's go!
that was awesome.
That was that hurts.
Nice job, Ryan.
I had a 12-year-old sitting next to me the whole time helping me out.
Oh, that's awesome. Good job.
He was my secret partner.
I'll loan you my glasses for the next round if you want.
Yeah, I may need them. I really appreciate. That was a lot of fun, guys.
As we get into the second round and the tables, you're going to see Larry. He's got the red shirt here, and little by little he just starts eliminating people one by one. And you get bragging rights in this too, Maria. It's been so much fun listening to these guys brag.
Best hand to win with.
And I mean, Rick, look at Larry's poker face. You cannot get a read off the guy.
Hang it in.
Skip in a chair.
Hey!
Oh,
Good job.
thanks, Joe.
So that was an awesome stage one and stage two. You saw, obviously, I was just in a little screen and didn't make it very far, but I really enjoyed seeing the celebrities that were a part of this event. Rusty Wallace, a NASCAR Hall of Famer, Bobby Labonte, another Hall of Famer, a part of it. Mike the Gunslinger Skinner, he's always a part of this. He and Angie have been a part of this program for so long now. The drivers were there. We saw Brad Keselowski. He didn't advance. He was here for the Checkered Flag Foundation. Didn't make it into that final table. We saw even one of the World Series of Poker players that didn't advance under the final table too, Maria.
Yeah, so now we know that poker's not rigged. Eric Seidel, of course, 8-time World Series of Poker winner. You might have seen him in his appearance on Rounders. He did not advance, but of course, we did have professional poker player, 15-time World Series of Poker winner, Phil Hellmuth, advancing to the final table. And it makes sense because he considers himself to be the greatest of all time in poker. And then Josh Molina, the actor that you might see from West Wing and Scandal, he also advanced.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how he does at the final table. If you can act your way into potentially winning a poker tournament. We also saw Larry Leach. He's a sponsor S&G winner from Smithfield, Pennsylvania. He is advancing to the final table, as well as Craig Wood, the multiple table tournament winner from Palm Coast, Florida. And then the drivers, Kyle Busch. Here is a 2-time Cup Series champion. He won in 2015, 2019. He is going to advance to the final table. He is playing for Bundle of Joy Fund. And Martin Truex Jr. is playing for the Martin Truex Jr. Foundation. Also will be advancing, another champion in the Cup Series. And so it's going to be a great final table. We really need to just soak in the conversation that's going to take place in this final table. You know, Maria, before the event started, you actually put on a little clinic with Phil Hellmuth and taught all of the players how to play Texas Hold'em. And so how about showing the fans a little bit, telling us what's going to happen here at the final table, what we're going to see?
Yeah, so people that are a little less familiar, the name of the game is No Limit Texas Hold'em, and all 6 players at the final table start with the same chip stack, and you get dealt 2 hole cards that are face down, only known to you, and then there will be 5 community cards that are shared by everybody else at the table, and the winning hand will be the best 5-card poker hand at Showdown. And of course, it wouldn't be poker if there wasn't something to be played for, so the winning driver will win $25,000 for their charity. And Phil Hellmuth, of course, gonna get in there, mix it up with them, and show them how it's done.
Well, I can't wait. So let's not wait. Let's head right to the final table and get things started.
Okay.
Hey, Martin, are you going to play poker or what?
I'm gonna play. I'm playing.
He folded, I folded.
Oh.
Maria, you and Phil both said that you guys play about
we're playing.
10% of the hands, maybe 10 to 15% of the hands.
The
So
password?
when we see a lot of guys
Click the
fold
play
like
now
this,
button.
that's actually normal in
I don't have the
competitive
table
tournament
open
poker, right?
Oh, no. Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
and that's why patience
This is how I
is
get
such a big
blinded
part of the game,
worry, Josh,
because
the blinds are
you're not going to get a hand that you want to play every time, and you really have to have that restraint
90
from
minutes.
getting involved. I mean, we see Larry hopping
The
in
blinds
here
are
with
annoyingly
8-7
low, actually. It's
offsuit.
2550, you have 25,000 in chips.
Yeah, it's a deep stack, but it's pretty quick.
Yeah.
Josh explaining
Why don't I see
the game here. Things do go pretty quickly here, as so far really nothing for either player.
And then I clicked.
Yeah, I mean, Kyle Busch had this hand from the
Log out and
blind,
log
so
back
of
in,
course
they're telling me.
now rivering a
Oh.
pair, you would assume that, yep, gonna put a bet out there,
Logging in.
definitely going to go for value, but Larry doesn't have anything to call with.
So he wins the hand, and we move to the next. And you look here and you see, okay, King 5, King 8 for the two drivers, Martin Truex Jr., the King 5 offsuit, King
So
8
Truex,
suited for Kyle Busch.
You had him crushed, huh? And they put the wheels on wrong for you.
Yeah, they put the tires on the wrong side, and then I had to pit and went 2 laps down and took all night to get them back. And finished second to Kyle.
Oh my God! Yeah, you might. Yeah, all right. I stand corrected.
Yeah, but he's not telling you that he finished 8 seconds behind me or something like that.
Well, yeah, but I came from the back.
They're talking about their
2 laps
championships.
down.
I was stroking it for the second half.
Wow, this is a cooler flop
Well,
here,
Mark,
ace,
what do
eight,
you wanna-
eight,
what is it?
and
It was
both
just- they
Larry
three
and
eight
Kyle
versus-
have an
They
8 in
can
their
win the
hands, but
championship if they win that
Kyle
race.
with
Were
the
you one
better
on that year,
kicker
Mark?
with that
Yeah.
king of hearts.
Finished second.
Yeah, there were 3 JGR cars in that one.
Oh my God, that probably cost you a championship. Wow, that does. All right, now I withdraw any comments I've said. That sucks.
So I had Martin beat
He was
in
faster at the end, but my splitter was destroyed.
I had Martin beat in 17, and he might have had me beat in 19, so it equaled out.
I agree.
Hmm.
I agree
Okay.
100%.
Interesting, these two are teammates
Win some, lose some.
away from the poker table, both driving for Joe Gibbs Racing.
So you guys must know this
I-
character. Who
I
like,
love how Kyle can
Jason
just
White.
casually reminisce as he's holding such a big hand, so unfazed here,
Yeah, we
trying
know
to
Jay White.
milk Larry here with
Jason
the trip 8.
MF.
I don't know Jay White. I know JMF White.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're talking about Jason White,
Yeah.
I think we're being recorded, but I
former
think I
driver,
said
friend of
Jason
all.
They're going to edit.
Look at this.
Wow.
Larry hits the full house on the river.
Yeah.
What a dirty river card. Kyle was ahead the whole way, and now just unlucky there.
Actually drinks too much, you know, it's
He's
really
gonna call, though.
good, and then
And Larry gets the pot. That was big.
All of a sudden, there's a cliff. Kyle, you're Rowdy 1851.
That's right.
Why you choose that name?
Rowdy's my nickname, and then
ever watch him drive?
1851 are the numbers I drive.
That's very logical. I'm Lumi stacking, which if you scramble it up, it means luckiest. Like it turns into luckiest man. What do I got here? A couple of NASCAR drivers and a actor. How can I not win this pot?
It's a pretty soft field.
Maria, what do you think here? Ace 9, Ace 7 suited. Oh, Phil's going to fold out of it.
Yeah, I mean, Phil did have the best hand at that point, but of course we see Kyle with the nut flush draw, and Kyle really getting active here in the early going.
So Kyle, where are you right now?
Still around.
I'm in North Carolina.
You know what's interesting is you watch Kyle, he's writing things down after each hand.
Jenny and JMF.
I know.
White.
And I was
Pretty
surprised
much,
to
yeah.
see that. You know, there's not that many diligent students of the game, and
Jenny
I really
actually-
can't
he
wait to
lives
ask
across the
Kyle
water
what
from where I'm
exactly he's
from,
taking
both on
notes
Lake
on.
Monitor, so.
Look at this.
I saw
On
a
the
video
flop,
of his house
aces
recently.
for Craig Wood.
Pretty nice place.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to get there. I know he has a little basketball league going on.
Yeah. Yeah. I never
How
been
big should he
invited.
Yeah,
bet
it looks
this,
like
Maria?
Yeah, I mean, Martin
Yeah,
decided to
he's-
come along with
play
bottom
basketball.
pair on the flop, and now
Doesn't mean I
turns
Yeah, look at that.
trips.
He's not been
And
invited.
it looks like Martin's gonna go ahead
I might
and
show up
lead
and play
into
defense.
Craig.
I can't play
Craig
offense.
not really believing the story
I
just
mean,
yet,
you
not
have-
ready to
having
give
a
up
nice
on this
scrappy
pot.
defender that'll get in
And
people's way,
for Martin,
that's valuable.
has this
Yeah.
pot locked up, but of course that river card makes things a little bit more dicey. Of course, the queen makes the straight, but
He finally plays
will
one.
go for value and gets a call from Craig.
10-4. They
brother.
weren't out
We're
here,
good, buddy.
There you have it. And he comes right back with ace king offsuit for Martin and
Looks like the
pocket
blinds go
nines for
10
Phil.
minutes.
Yeah, some big hands here in the
Josh,
blinds,
you
but
raised.
Josh Molina deciding to be the one to raise it up with that
Martin
7-6
raised.
suited. I mean, those are pretty looking
going on?
cards, but you gotta
What
be a little
action?
bit careful
He's going
not
action
to
table.
get too out of hand with that.
All right. I mean, I can't fold this. It's too big.
Martin
hope-
raises
and
it
look at-
with the ace.
Got a real hand developing over on table one.
Yeah. Before the flop, look at these guys go.
Yeah, Phil can't really go anywhere with the nines. And of course,
10,
Josh
4,
Molina
4.
priced in as well. So 3 players here.
Pair of fours on the flop. Just one spade there. Really can't make Josh comfortable.
Yeah, and for Martin, you know, this type of board doesn't even look that bad for ace king
Jeez.
high.
I like that card. All right, so I'm going to bet something here. Let's
Phil's
bet
got 3 pair, which doesn't do him any good.
11-7.
I told myself not to get involved in hands with Phil early on.
Phil putting out a bet there, and
So
of course, I see Josh Molina's gonna fold, doesn't have much here.
I'm not stupid.
Martin, though, will be
I have
interested
two
to see
nines,
if he
guys.
decides
How
to
do I
look
show it?
Phil up, but doesn't with that ace
I want to
high.
show pocket.
You just say it and we believe you.
Did he buy the pot there?
The card you really want is not the one you
I mean, he definitely had the best hand, and I don't know. I'm sure that Martin and Kyle and Josh, they haven't really played with Phil before, and Phil's reputation
gonna have to
definitely
start
precedes
betting.
him.
We're
So
gonna be
I
here
wouldn't
all
be
night.
surprised if people might want to stay out of Phil's way.
Blinds will catch up with us quick enough.
His gold glasses actually scared me a little bit, even during the tutorial before we started. I thought, man, this guy is really legit. Oh, look at this. He's got aces now, but also Craig in there with the aces.
So, Martin, you play much poker?
Yeah, Craig with the better kicker.
Not really.
Gonna
I'd
put out a
like
bet?
it. I haven't played much recently at all until we did the practice tournament last week to get ready for this, to make sure we knew how to use the app and stuff. But I really do enjoy it. I just don't. I don't play much anymore.
Look at Larry up
Craig
there.
happy.
20, he's got 27,460, and he's just like,
I like playing. I
he
like
wants to
playing-
play. You can tell he's itching to play.
And I love
Good
how
way to connect.
focused he is in watching
Yeah,
the other
folding
hands
this,
play
I mean,
out,
what do you
even
got,
though
aces
he's
and
not
queens
involved
over
in
there?
this pot.
Who
You
am I
still want to
against?
pay attention to what's happening at the table. I know you could get lost in the
Against
table
Miami.
talk and hearing all the stories,
Yeah,
but
aces and
you
queens.
want to take notice of how your opponents are playing, even when you're not in a hand.
I don't know. I have ace 9. I think you could have ace 10.
Oh, look at that.
Soul read. You should have made the
Phil.
soul read on the turn, though, Phil.
Yes.
Amazing
exactly.
hand reading ability as always.
How does he do that? How did he
I'm glad I
predict
didn't
what Craig had?
Got myself a little
Honestly, once you play enough poker,
Nice hand.
just based on people's bet sizes and how the hand is played out, you
I
can
said
narrow
before- I said
down
before he flipped
pretty
his cards, you could have
specifically
ace 10.
the hand that your opponent will have. But he does that to
Could beat
spook
ace
people,
7.
you know? This is an intimidation factor for sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, we've got suited 5-6 for Craig Wood. Kyle
Kyle,
right
you have
now
any
has
poker
the high
skills?
pair with queens.
Not necessarily. I've played a little bit, just like Martin said, you know, just a little bit here or there. We've had house games and stuff like that. People come over and play, and so it's about all.
Look at this. The flush.
Are you from Vegas originally, Kyle?
Originally, yeah.
I can't tell if Craig looks that happy because he's listening to the story or because he just got a bad poker face. You're kind of giving it away, Craig.
Oh, Craig. But you won. Don't worry. You won the hand. Pocket
It's early,
twos.
yeah.
Is that the worst flop you can get? Pocket twos.
It's early. Just gotta be patient.
I mean, for a hand like
I always
pocket
say
twos,
people,
I
would you
like
rather
how
get
Phil's
lucky early,
approaching
would you
it. You
rather get
probably don't
lucky
want to raise with it. You probably want to see a cheap
A good
flop.
way to look at it.
You're really hoping to hit 3 of a kind when you start with the lowest pair in the deck.
All right, Josh, what are you going to do? He checks. He's playing against one of the best ever.
Yeah, Josh is no slouch when it comes to poker, though. Josh and I and some of our friends play in a home game as well, and
That check, Josh.
Josh plays a lot more poker than you would think.
And don't hold back now. Let it rip.
All I have is ducks, man. 2 ducks.
Good enough.
Look at this. Phil's going to win with those deuces.
Duckleburgers holds up.
I had more outs there than I realized. A lot more.
Phil almost looks embarrassed
you
to have
can
won
win
that
5.
pot with deuces.
Yep.
Maria, how much do you look at percentages? I've always seen where people put up, oh, he has this percentage of winning the hand. Do you do that while you're playing the game?
Yeah, it's a big part of poker. And once you have more experience playing
Kyle,
the
how
game,
does a NASCAR
you just start
driver sound
memorizing
Las
these
Vegas?
situations and knowing that, okay, if I have a flush draw
Well, my
and there's
parents
2
started
cards to
in
come,
Illinois,
oh,
so
okay,
when they
well,
moved
I
to
know I have
Vegas,
about a
they went out there for their
36% chance of
honeymoon.
winning
My
this
dad
pot
was
at the
from
river.
Illinois, and he's a huge
And
car guy,
you
so
definitely
he
want to
hated
factor
salt
that in, factor in
on
pot
cars, so
odds
he wanted
that
dry,
help make
heat,
your
desert,
decision
whatever.
along the way.
Persevered cars for a while, so he moved out there, and there was a racetrack, and that's kind of how it all started, I guess.
Look at this. The drivers head-to-head again, both with kings.
He just started racing and took off.
Kyle Busch with the edge with that queen kicker.
You got double kings over there, Martin, or what?
Ha ha ha, listen to this. Now, table
Anything's
talk.
possible.
Yeah,
let's see
big
it.
part of the game is to
I mean, there's still another card to come
talk
out,
to your
you know?
opponent, try to get a sense of whether they're weak or strong.
I mean, yeah. What do you
Look at that
What do you
bet.
think I got?
So, yeah, pocket 9s.
Wow. This is putting Kyle in a
I'll
really
find out,
tough
bud.
situation. We see that Kyle has the best hand, but
I
could
like
Martin
this.
with
I
this
like this
big
little
bet size?
Oh, he did it.
does.
Champions. This I like.
He took it from him.
Huh?
I had the kings.
No way.
You
I
had
did.
pocket kings for real?
Yeah, I had the kings, man.
You're
Great
joking.
fold, Kyle. Good fold.
So you say.
Yeah, you did good. You did real good.
I find in these things that people won't lie much. Like if you're filming or charity events, if he told you had pocket kings, I have to give him credit and believe
All
it.
right. I
No, I
can't
didn't
remember the
know I
last time
had-
I had the hand I said I had.
Kyle, take your right arm, Kyle, and pat yourself on the back like this and say, "Nice
Yeah.
fold, Kyle.
Good lay down.
Nice fold."
Good fold,
Yeah.
Kyle. Good fold.
Family pot.
I only had a pair of kings. I didn't have pocket kings.
Oh, okay. That seems a
You're
lot.
so full of
Well, it's going to
Yeah,
come out on the
that
video,
makes a bit
so
of
I
a
can't lie
difference,
about it.
Martin. The better to come clean
was your
now,
kicker?
seeing as
That
how we
makes
could all
a little
see
bit
the
more
whole
sense.
cards.
What was your kicker?
That was a hefty bet at the end there.
What was your kicker, Martin?
I don't even know.
That's why I'm writing my down.
It was a while ago. It was last hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle's making a note.
That was a 9 or
Martin
something.
lies about what he has,
Both of
even
us.
though we're all going to see the
It
whole
was
cards
Flop two
later.
pair.
It was not
Look at
a nine,
Larry.
I remember that.
Look at Larry's
No, I had
Yeah,
king
I don't
face
think- I
and
don't
that
think so.
hand that he's got.
I had
Ace,
two pairs,
king
kings and
offsuit.
Yeah, not the prettiest flop for ace king,
Legit.
but you
Yeah.
do
We'll
have
change the
2
aces here in a
overcards
minute.
to the board. If you hit that ace, if you hit that king, you can feel fairly comfortable.
What's an overcard? You said 2 overcards.
Yeah, well,
This is gonna be
the
a
board
fun
right
video.
now is
Just,
10
none of the
high,
boring
so
videos.
when you
Yeah,
have
we
2
have a
overcards
fun
to the board, that means that
Yeah.
the cards in your
Better win
hand
one
can
here
make
pretty
a
soon,
higher
otherwise you
pair
guys will
than
be
the
having a
highest
hell of a
pair
lot
on the
longer
board
night
right
now.
now.
Let me just
Got
tell
a
you
little slow
something.
for me too, my
Kyle.
friend.
Kyle,
Craig's
you
got
have-
2 pair
right
now.
You have a bajillion chips. The blinds are so small.
Yeah.
I mean, trust me, you're just
Deep,
fine.
deep stack.
It
Yeah, we're
feels
so
like Kyle's
deep
just kind of
stacked. Like,
getting
the last
unlucky with
round,
these
it was a lot
run-outs.
quicker.
He had the best hand on the flop,
And
but
that's
now
where they
Craig
like to
has
make the
turned him with the
championships. They
two
want the
pair.
video. They want to hear a little trash
Gotta
talk.
kind of feel for Kyle. He's not doing anything wrong. He's
And I'm
just
not going to
getting
give
in
up.
some
So you
unfortunate
guys are going to have to deal with
situations.
me for a while.
I mean, to
I never
get
give up.
Craig out, should he have bid more early?
I'll donate whatever I win right back to the
I
charity.
think
but
that at this
I'm still
point,
here
most
to
players
play
are not
great
going to
and
just
win.
be folding second pair. So I'm not sure if there was anything Kyle
Nobody
could
likes
have
to
done
lose.
differently.
But you see this here, 3 10s now for Kyle.
Yeah, awesome reversal of fortune for Kyle. Something going his way. Rivering trips.
There you
Good
go.
fold though by Craig.
There
Very
you
disappointing fold.
Did I win
Kyle's
one?
back.
Right back.
Did I win one?
Just like that.
Back in the game. Here we go.
I keep pulling you back in.
And
Kyle's back again. Kyle's back to the front. Kyle's back.
Now I got jumped.
That's an Eminem reference for you old people out there.
I'm old enough. I know exactly what you're talking about, Phil.
Shady's back.
You'd be
Back
surprised
again.
at how
Shady's
many
back.
rap lyrics Phil Hellmuth
You're gonna
knows
get
off
mad
the
at me.
top
They're
of
gonna be
his
like, Phil, we
head.
didn't pay for that music.
That's right. Sing something in the public domain like a Gregorian chant. Not taking it for free.
Josh wins that hand with offsuit, king, queen.
Waiting for it to get interesting where like we're all in and betting big. That's going to be fun.
That's going to be fun.
We'll come later.
Sometimes
Pace yourself.
Exactly. It's like you have to deal with the calm before the storm, and the calm can be a little bit boring when you're a poker player, Martin, and you just have to fold and fold and fold and fold. It can be a little tough, but you always know that there's going to be fireworks coming. You know.
Yep. Got to be patient.
If I didn't know better, I would think that Martin was some kind of adrenaline junkie. He's like, when can we push the action? When are the big pots going to happen?
When are these fireworks going to take place like you're talking about? 4-6 offsuit. Craig checks that.
My wife's
Got some
around her
pairs.
Yeah.
60s. She had the
Josh
vaccine.
Molina hitting
Nice-
middle
nice-
pair
nice
here
luck
against
for
Craig,
her.
and
She's
Craig
a
very
doctor,
quickly
her standard,
folds.
so
I was about to ask how old.
she's had both. She's already had 2 vaxes. So she's safe. I'm thinking, please,
Fine having.
can I get it by March? You know.
Talking about the COVID vaccine. Boy, everybody's talking about that
That's
right
right.
now, too. Pocket queens for Phil Hellmuth.
Yeah, but Martin's going to come in with the ace-8 offsuit first, and of course, Phil has to protect such a big hand with the raise. But Kyle, king-queen, not going to go anywhere facing this raise.
Oh,
It's
look
3
at this.
champions. By the way, it's
Martin
3
stays
champions.
in,
in
has
spot.
aces now.
Oh, 3 of you. I missed that.
Yeah, and when you start with a pretty big pair like queens before the flop, you hate to see that
Okay,
ace
Martin, let's
roll
go.
off.
Bring it.
And Phil's
Oh,
thinking
rowdy.
that Martin doesn't have that ace, or is he, or does he know that he has it? Because he's pretty good at figuring out what other people have.
Yeah, I think Phil's giving Martin the credit for potentially betting even without an ace in the situation. So Phil's going to call, see what develops on the
Oh, what
later
the hell?
street.
Make it interesting.
Oh my God, I have pocket queens.
What do I got?
Ace-7 offsuit.
Look at that. Man, he's good.
So, I know.
I showed the queens.
Ace-8.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, might as
But
well
you know,
just
I've been
tell
playing
him
a lot
what
of
you
high
have
stakes poker
because
lately
Phil
online,
knows.
so I'd rather lose these hands. I lost a hand today. Josh, the flop came 9-10 king. I had a queen and a jack, so I just let out for the full pot. The guy with the king and a deuce called me. Okay.
Oof.
Then a deuce, and I moved in, and then he hit, and so he called, and we're all in for all the money, and then he hit a king on me, and I thought to myself, this is a very good place to have that happen. If that has to happen, let it happen in a charity event. You know?
Yeah, that is true.
So that's an interesting story to me. So Martin and Kyle, you're telling me that in the 2017 championships, Martin won and Kyle finished second.
Yeah.
And in 2019, Kyle won and Martin finished second.
Yeah.
And something
Who's the
kind of
rep?
freaky happened to both of you for you only to finish second.
Yes, it did.
That's it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What the hell happened to you in a 17, Kyle?
We were leading, and Martin and his guys short pitted on a pit cycle, and we ran long. And when we ended up pitting, he cycled in front of me because the laps he was making were faster than my laps, so he ended up getting in front of me. But I was going to run him back down and pass him. They were going to 2-stop it to the end, and we were only going to 1-stop it to the end because it was quicker with the 1-stop. But a caution came out at the perfect time where he had the lead over me. And then
Caution came out for a perfect time for Martin, you mean?
right, yeah, for Martin. Came out perfect
Not
time
such a
for him.
perfect time for you, Kyle.
So then I had to restart back in traffic. We didn't come off pit road very good, so I had to restart back in traffic and got held up for like 8 or 10 laps or something like that. And once I got cleared, I ran him down and got close to him, but just couldn't get by him.
Wow. So then of course you paid poor Martin's crew to make sure you put in tires the wrong side. Huh?
Somebody did.
That's the
Put
conspiracy.
him on the left
theory.
side.
Somebody did.
Throw him on the left side.
You're like, I deserved it. All right, let's see. Let's bet a little something here. How about 450?
Talking about there, Martin's crew actually put the right side tires on the left side, and you can't do that. They're staggered, and so that was the problem.
We got action.
It's going to
they
be a
had to
very
bring the
good
car
hand
back in and
for,
change
it's
tires.
going to be a
on
very
it.
good
So
example.
that's
and
what
have something
ended
to
up
say
hurting
after
Martin
this.
for that championship run that he had.
I'm just gonna call for just to see what you got.
You know, Rick, poker aside, you can just see Larry and Craig really enjoying
not do
being
it
a part of these conversations. I mean, they both mentioned that they're
That's a
longtime
straight card
NASCAR fans. And so to be able to sit at a poker table, hearing Kyle and Martin reminisce and exchange
ace-2
these
I had
stories,
would
I
have
think
been nice.
is definitely an
Yeah.
Ace-deuce would
unforgettable
work very well right
experience.
now. Not quite as well as the old 6-7.
And we get to experience it with them, so that's pretty cool too. So, and the fans are obviously
That's something.
going to be able to enjoy this as well.
I'm going to time out.
Pocket tens for Martin. He's going to check it.
I keep you on.
150 into 2250.
Yeah.
Phil
pretty bad
Hellmuth
bet
betting
there.
his pair of queens, but Larry with
I mean, great
top
bet.
pair going to take down the pot.
All right, let's give you a quick chip count as we continue on through this final table. Craig, right now, the leader, 28,962. Martin Truex Jr. with 28,775. Larry's got 25,935. Josh Molina at 23,410. Phil Hellmuth right now 21,308. And Kyle, the two-time champion, right now at 18,910. So let's continue on with this final table. And we touched on it earlier, the NASCAR Cup Series champions playing in this friendly side competition to win the donation to their charities. $25,000 goes to the winner, $15,000 to second. And of course, Brad Keselowski, who was eliminated in one of the first two stages, he's going to receive $10,000 for his Checkered Flag Foundation. Brad Keselowski, the 2012 Cup Series champion, driver of the number 2 Team Penske Ford Mustang. And then, of course, we have Kyle Busch, driver of the number 18 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota Camry. He's playing for the Bundle of Joy Fund. And Martin Truex Jr., driver of the number 19 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota Camry, will be playing for the Martin Truex Jr. Foundation. You know, we know that Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr. have moved on to the final table. So let's hear a little bit more about the causes that are so important to these drivers.
Hey guys, Kyle and Samantha Busch here, and I'm really excited to have the opportunity to play in the virtual poker tournament with the NASCAR Foundation coming up.
We're really hoping that this Vegas boy can do really good and win some money for the Bundle of Joy Fund, which you guys know we provide grants for couples going through infertility. So good luck.
All right, thank you. Join us.
Hey guys, Martin Truex Jr. here. I'm excited to be playing in the virtual poker tournament for the NASCAR Foundation. I'll be playing for everyone we support through the Martin Truex Jr. Foundation and Sherry Strong.
And there is the chip leader at the table, Martin Truex. Martin, because he's a NASCAR driver, he does know that leading in the first 10 laps of a 500 lap race doesn't mean but he does have the lead. It means something.
Yeah. It just means I'm going to lose more money than everybody else.
Kyle and I are both Kyle and I are like a lap down, but you know what? We still have another 480 laps or whatever.
I'm just hoping somebody doesn't put my tires on the wrong side.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. Now that was good.
Which might be happening right now. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness! Look at this. This is already the biggest spot we've
A
had.
lot of action here. Kyle Busch with top
It's a real
pair,
hand.
but Josh Molina also has top pair with a better
Wow.
kicker. And both Craig and Martin on draws.
Or did it?
Neither are getting anything. Do you think Martin's sticking
Josh
in,
with the check.
hoping for potentially he can't even get a straight out of this. So
He could actually hit a 6 to make a straight, but it's one of those dicey situations that you might be up against a higher straight draw. So I don't want to see him continue on the turn, but you
Josh
never
is
know.
on the tank. Da, 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 da,
look at
da,
Phil
da,
egging
da,
him on.
da,
No,
da, 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 da.
Craig's gonna take
Craig.
that.
Yeah, with a bluff.
What'd you
no
have,
less.
Chief?
Queen 10.
Well done, Craig.
And he told everyone too. I
Bluff
like
the
that
crew
when
with
they
the old
let
Queen 10.
people know how you won.
You
And
had
then
me.
Kyle's writing it down, it looks like. Look at Larry, ace 10 offsuit. And he's got that same face. He's got that same look on his
That hand's
face.
gonna
So
make-
does Craig. Craig's got the smile on his face. Larry's got the poker face.
They're gonna have to give you credit for a nice bluff. Oh,
Phil comes along and out flops Larry,
looking for another
hitting
3
a
and a 9. I just threw
king
it away.
there.
Don't you hate that when you
Table's
throw away
off.
junk and then it ends up? It would have been awesome.
Yep.
Watch, you're gonna get a 9 or a 3 here on the last card.
occupational hazard.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
Damn it,
Larry
don't
folds
fold.
against
I
Phil.
have a king. And my hand was even extra powerful because someone had thrown 9s and 3s away. I was like, yes.
So he claimed.
Pocket 10s
That's
for
not a bad
Josh.
claim. If someone says I folded 9-3 offsuit, like I'm not going to dispute that.
Probably true.
Too many bad things can happen with that hand, 9-10 suited. You flop a 9 and you're beat. You flop a 10 and you're beat.
You don't know where you are. Yeah, that's true.
Kyle's going to win that hand.
Sometimes the prettiest looking hands
All right.
could
I
cost you the
recognize I'm
most
still
chips.
very deep.
So you got to be careful. I don't know, Rick. I played with you before,
Sometimes you
and
have to-
I feel like you like to
use
get
a mind
involved.
game on
You're a little
yourself. You have to
active at the
count how many big
table.
blinds do I have, right?
I am. I
That's
am.
what I
That
do
is
when I
very
seem
accurate.
I seem like I'm short. So
I don't know. I
usually
obviously
the
like to
play
talk,
bad and be closed out.
but I
Or
love
you
playing.
just
I
say,
love to
wow,
play as
that's
many
really
hands as I
pretty
can. And as I
Therefore,
mentioned
I have-
before,
Yes,
earlier
you got
today
almost
when you
60
guys gave us that little
60
tutorial,
big blinds is
I
a
learned I probably shouldn't be
fortune.
playing as much as I'm playing. Maybe fold more hands.
Especially you playing against us.
Allegedly.
Well, you know,
yes,
I was
yes.
saying that the difference between this virtual event
It'd be very
versus the
embarrassing
live
to be
event
forced out. I'm never
is that
forced
at the
out.
live event you have cocktail waiters and waitresses coming by instead of you having to go
we need to
and
do,
get
guys.
yourself a drink and
Not saying
potentially
collusion,
missing a hand.
Does
But
not want to be
I
first
feel
out.
like playing on Club WPT really offers you the
I'm betting
same
so.
experience. It's very seamless. If you look at the
What Phil
layout,
doesn't
it's pretty
realize
easy
is
to
that
see,
the
you
other
know,
5
what
of
hand
us
you
have a
have, what's
text
on the
thread
board,
going.
how much is in the pot. So I hope that people who might have
discussing
maybe been
cards
afraid
every
to play
single minute.
online could watch this and see that it's still going to offer you a good experience.
And I really enjoyed the format that they put together for this event, where we were all of our
Game
tables,
fan could have
had a Zoom call going on, so we could see each other, we could talk. As you notice, the
It's hard to
banter
play
going
against
back and
people
forth
against
with
whom you've
these
never
guys
played
here at
before.
the final table.
Not really.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be poker without a
Well, for
little
me, I mean,
smack
not if
talking.
you're still home.
That's a part of the game, so you want to be able to be on Zoom
I
and
like cane pin,
to chat and
fuck
banter
man
with
bear.
each other.
Look at the poker
Now I
face
know
for
he's
Larry
actually
here.
bluffer.
He's got trip queens right now.
Yeah. Well,
And
that's right, you
hasn't
didn't know. That was a
changed
tough
his
spot for you. I assume you had a 9 or something.
face at all. Look at that.
And Larry said it's actually his first time ever playing
If
on
you just let out.
WPT and playing online, period.
I
So
think so too.
he's
Believe me,
doing a
lifetime
great
concern.
job of holding his own.
I
Now
also-
voted up on the
My hand
river.
auto folded before I
And
realized my
Kyle
time was
just
up,
with
so I
that
kinda made
missed
a
flush
decision.
draw.
at 9-6.
It's a big bet right now. Larry's got out there. Kyle folds, and
had
Larry
6.
gets the win.
Ooh.
I think I would have got the double up.
What did Larry have?
Pocket queen.
For real?
Yep.
For real?
Yep. I was
Oh,
hoping.
there's a smile.
You would have got me, because I will tell you this.
I thought it showed him.
I'm check raising you all in on the river there. When I hit that 6, I'm going for the check raise all in there.
Hell yeah.
You're just going to have to bust me.
Moving ahead, you see pocket 6s for Martin here. 6-7 offsuit for Kyle.
All right, Craig, what's your second best Kyle Busch story? What do you got?
Second best.
Second, man, I'll have to think about that.
Well, how did you
Craig,
become a fan of
A
this?
big
Put it
fan
that
of
way.
Kyle.
Well, when you grow up in Daytona, your first time to the track, you find a favorite driver. So mine was the Petty Pearson race in 1975 or 76. So I grew up here, so that was the first one. So I was a David Pearson fan forever. And then when he got a little older, I switched to Bill Elliott, and that's how you do when you grow up in Daytona. You just go from driver to driver as they go, and then so I ended up with Kyle quite a few years ago and stuck with them the whole way.
What year?
Oh goodness! When him and his brother first came up, I used to actually go to Las Vegas a lot when I was a little kid. I had some relatives that lived out there. We went to what was the name of it? Craig Road Speedway.
That's right.
That was my name, Craig. So I thought that was good.
Hey, good
Nice
hand,
Nice
Martin.
turn. Chin card.
I didn't think that was possible, but I was like, son of a gun.
Sorry to interrupt.
Martin with the 3 6s. No, Paul, it's impossible not to talk about big hands and fun hands when they come up. That's.
Maria, isn't it interesting how you have Craig Wood here, who is a Kyle Busch fan, playing at the same table as Kyle Busch?
Craig.
That's got to be a
When
thrill.
he first came on, him and his
Yeah,
brother
it has to be pretty surreal, and
said,
just
I
even
thought
to
they
have
were
the
from Vegas, and it was
opportunity to
perfect.
potentially beat Kyle out of a pot and to get to take that
Kyle,
story
you're picking
home.
up fans
It's
just because you're from Vegas.
I can't imagine what Craig's feeling.
I wish it was that easy.
Okay, take a look at this. Straight possibilities for both players. You got pairs with Craig's got the jacks.
Maybe 99% don't know.
Kyle has
You guys
2
have the
overcards,
you
but also
NASCAR
that
guys, you
straight
have the
draw,
most
which comes in
goal
on the river. That 10 gives Kyle a straight to the ace.
It's like me.
Trouble
you
for
know,
Craig now.
Most people don't know who I am, but the people that do, I seem to have kind of a loyal.
What's Craig gonna
I
do?
think
Oh, he raises him.
We got action here.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Look
Craig
at this.
Craig has the lower straight and played it a little aggressively,
Glad I
but
didn't play my
Kyle
8-10.
has
Flop that
the
straight.
best possible hand, also called the
Nice
nut
hand.
in poker.
I quit a
Nice
race.
hand.
I smelt an ace out there. Ace high.
I mean, that's as good as it gets right there.
Right? And nobody was playing, so the pot
Rivering
was
the nuts is good.
That's the only part that sucks is nobody was in on it.
Right.
Oh, you made it.
You could have taken down the house.
It was me and my #1 fan.
Yeah.
That's true.
No, go ahead. Let's play.
I was gonna. I bet they appreciated the fact you're there, Kyle. I mean, I bet probably 10% is jealous or gonna be whatever. I mean, there's always that 10% that hate everybody and everything. But I bet they appreciated the fact you were there with your son. 90%
Yeah,
of them.
no, most of them were all good. There was just one guy that got a little sideways when we made a little bit of a change. The first day they ran all the kids together, and some of the younger kids were just a little intimidated, and with the older kids out there, so we split up the age groups for the second day, and that's kind of how it all went down. But that guy, he wanted everybody to stay together. Why? I'm not sure, but
Well, because someone is always contrarian for no good reason. Standard.
Yeah.
And angry.
In the world of NASCAR,
They must have loved having you there, Kyle.
Hand
You're
here.
going to take pictures and sign autographs, and you know.
look at this. They're both getting up with 2 pair. They're going to split the pot here. 2 pair, 5 kicker, or
here we
one or
go.
the other.
These 2 again with the mid
Take
range.
the other one out.
You have a 5.
Yeah, Kyle putting in the raise here on the end. Ooh, but Craig coming back with the re-raise.
Oh, look at that.
Looks like Kyle's gonna call and
Choppy.
he's happy to chop this
The
pot.
same, because we have the same.
It was interesting, that little conversation they had there. Kyle Busch is, as far as winning goes, he's one of the winningest drivers ever in the history of NASCAR. He's won over 200 races in the Cup Series, Xfinity Series, and the Truck Series combined. So when they talk about, some of those fans that maybe boo him, well, when a guy wins as much as Kyle does, they want their driver to win, and so it's hard to continue to cheer for one guy when he wins so much. So Kyle has the booers that are out there that are a little bit jealous about all the success he's had.
You got to get the cards, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you got to get the cards. And in racing, sometimes it happens that way. Like sometimes you just, no matter, you do everything right and you still don't win.
And those caution flags come out at the wrong time or the right time.
Yeah, it totally screwed you. Yep. Many occasions, all of us,
I don't remember. I do remember the year that Denny was. I know that he needed a late caution, cost him the race, is what I had heard, and that was a NASCAR championship.
Yeah, cost me in 2018. The year after.
Bill was at a championship in Miami
with
when
10 to go.
Denny was running for the title. Michael Jordan was there. Those two have teamed up now. So Denny and Michael Jordan have a team now. So they'll be racing with Bubba Wallace as their driver.
Flag, and I got
Bill was there for that championship run.
God, that sucks.
Led the whole race, like the whole
Yeah, the other guy, the fast guy, he was really fast for 10-15, and Martin and him would switch halfway through the run.
Yeah, it was terrible for a championship. It all comes down to one race. It's crazy.
That sucks. I mean, you're literally just need 10 more laps and you're gonna have a championship.
Yeah.
And some guys get in a fucking crash. And it's hey, listen. I mean, poker is very similar to that. Sometimes I'm playing as amazing as I can play, and the cameras catch me on day 3, cussing somebody out. But in my mind, I'm thinking, if this idiot didn't make this play, I'm going to win my 14th world championship or 16th or whatever it is. I'm going to win this world championship, except that he had to go crazy on day 3. And in my mind, I'm thinking, that's so unjust and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I just and then all of a sudden comes out as, then all of a sudden everybody's like, uh-oh, Phil's going off.
But most of the terrible plays against you benefit you. You just got to remember that.
Exactly. There's a reason why I am who I am, right? Because I always, in my case, 90% of the time I have the best hand. And
Maria, does Phil have a temper?
Because people played hands like that against me a couple of other
Phil
times.
has a on the table persona, we'll put it that way. He does do his fair share of berating players that beat him in pots, but I mean, Phil's absolutely right. There's a lot of players that try to target him and try to go after him, and usually that doesn't work out well for them.
And it was the perfect fight because we both landed a punch, and there was not a mark on either face.
That's my kind of fight.
Right? I mean, yeah.
He was kind of a strange bird, though, wasn't he?
He really was. And so, yeah, I'm gonna
throwing punches.
Ooh, that's an interesting flop.
We're talking about here. How about this? 8-9.
Me and two of the fastest
Kyle Busch offsuit.
drivers in the
He's
world.
got the 9-10 jack flop.
Yeah, so bottom pair and a straight draw for Kyle. Not much here for that ace high of Martin, so he's going to get out of the way. But Phil
Kyle, I have
Hellmuth
a
with
10. I have a
middle
pair of 10s.
pair.
He's telling you he's folding.
Yeah, I guess I have to fold it.
There you have it.
Good bet, Kyle.
Praises Kyle for that move.
Who said the staying alive? That was you, Kyle?
Yeah.
All right, I love that. That's great. Yeah.
That last hand I would have.
Staying alive, staying alive.
Oh, Phil
That last
singing
hand I
again.
would
This
have
is
flopped
good.
it straight,
Eminem
but I
now
read somebody's
staying
book when I
alive.
first started playing poker, and they
John
told me to fold that
Travolta.
hand.
Hey, listen, I mean,
What
I'm
hand
going
is
to get
that?
my brag in there.
Oh,
I
9-10.
can't let that pass without a brag. You mean my New York Times best-selling book, Play Poker Like the Pros?
And there's
Gotta
a
get
plug.
that plug in there.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I said it out loud.
Ace Queen suited for Josh.
Nobody
McNeil.
doesn't have hand us books. Don't you usually do that? I guess you can't over Zoom.
What's that?
Don't you usually hand out the book now? Where's our copy?
Yeah, you're supposed to have it ready. Like, here it is. Look.
Yeah. It doesn't work on Zoom, but I've seen
Wait
you
a
do it.
minute, look at this.
There he
Phil's
goes.
leaving the table.
Don't grab it.
You know he just got stacks
Did
and
I say
stacks
my
ready to bring in
There it is!
camera frame.
Ah, that's beautiful.
There it
I
is.
wrote every word of this. Oh, well, I wrote 90,000 of 97,000 words anyway. It was hard, but he said I was lucky. He's implying that I was beat.
Indeed.
Wow.
I think that's the
Candor you
hardest
were.
Phil here.
I think that's the hardest part about this game is just not playing.
It's patience, 100%. Yep.
So patient.
Patience
Yeah,
is so hard.
Marston's the patient guy.
It was not my strength, but what?
Ooh. What
misclick?
happened
Hit
there?
the wrong
Phil just
button.
folded jacks? I think
No,
he just timed out or
timed
misclicked.
out. I was trying to raise. I was trying to make it 2,400.
Oh.
Shit, I got timed out in a big hand. Where Kane fan left me out.
That's unfortunate. Now we've got Larry here
Okay,
with
I
a
don't
pair of
forget.
tens and both
I'll tell you
Craig
what I had
and
afterwards in
Kyle
the middle of
with a
the
pair
game,
of
so-
fives.
Wow.
Larry's hiding the smile.
I'm gonna say this is a good flop for your misclick range.
I would have been happy to put it all in before the flop. Let's just put it that way. Well, happy's a strong statement.
But it would have gone in.
It would have gone in, yeah.
Big bet for Kyle here, 1,600.
This is interesting.
Yeah, and Larry still has the best hand, is
quiet Larry
going
up
to
there.
make the correct decision and call, but Craig
Uh-oh.
also calling with the inferior pair of fives.
Looks like Kyle's trying to bluff here. We'll see if he continues with it.
Yeah, it's definitely hard
Oh,
to
there
bluff
it is. Good
against
luck, all
more
in.
than one opponent.
Oop,
It's
there
something
it
that
goes.
maybe you
There it
it's
All in.
not advised against a multi-way
Larry,
pot,
take him
but
down.
you know what? If someone can
Get
get
it.
it done, it's Kyle Busch. I believe in him.
All in. What's Larry going to do?
Oh,
Larry
nice
folds.
bet.
Craig folds. He wins it.
Oh my
All the
God.
hand.
What did you
Kyle, you
misclick?
could breathe now. Ready to fail.
This time I'm not going to miss
Back
it.
to 18,000 chip count for Kyle Busch. Pocket eights with the big blind for Martin. Larry and Craig, they've got to take a little quick break here while they're not
Here we go.
involved in hand.
Boom.
Lots of players.
So Josh right now has fives.
There ain't no way you're playing a 4-6.
Martin has
Dude, I'm in
the
the
overpair
small
with
blind.
pocket eights,
I'm in
and
the big blind.
Kyle, you know, he's got one of those hands that
Maybe
he might
you.
be able to come along. He
Touche.
has
Yeah.
two overcards
maybe
to
you
the
have
board.
six.
He also has that straight draw with the ace in hand, but does decide to make a disciplined
Ew.
fold.
All I know is Kyle and I had good hands.
Kyle and you?
Before the flop, I meant.
Before the flop.
All right.
So eight still the
Snap
advantage
call.
here.
Get him, Martin.
And possible
got the
flush
hearts.
now. So you got to
Ain't
think
got
about
no
that.
hearts.
Just got a 5.
Good
Yeah, it
hand.
looks
Two
like it
eights
just goes
for
check,
Martin.
check
Well
on the
played.
river, and Martin is going to win with those pair of eights.
Damn it, boy.
Yeah.
Well played.
I was nervous, I ain't gonna lie.
Anytime Phil
Of course.
Hellmuth says well played, you've got to feel pretty good.
Good hand.
Thank you. Thanks, man.
You get the blood running a little bit there, Martin. You got a little blood running there, you know,
Oh, yeah,
a little
I'm-
nervous.
I'm all jacked up.
This is well, the beautiful thing is we're all trying our hardest. It's beautiful, and then
Look
you
at
do
that.
get
Nobody
a little
out yet. Nobody eliminated in hour 7 of our sit and go.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a
Pair
good
of
game.
twos here.
That is crazy. We made it an hour and a half, 6 hands.
Yeah, but
That's
Phil
impossible.
I mean, that
Hellmuth
is
with fours
unbelievable.
in hand flops a
It's
full
impossible
house.
for any other group.
Going to be tough though to get a lot of action, but now Kyle does turn
I mean, I
top pair,
haven't seen
so
anybody really running
Kyle
wild
might be
yet,
losing
you
a
know?
couple chips on this one.
Just going in on a whim, like, I'm all in, screw it.
Let's see
None
what
of
Phil
that.
does here, how he
No,
plays
none of
this
that.
one.
All right, let's bet about
Yeah, you could definitely slow play, rope-a-dope method, maybe get your opponent to bet, or you could fast play like Phil's doing and bet hoping that your opponent has a hand they can call you with, which Kyle does.
Can't believe I threw away that ace two.
How about them double queens?
Oh, look at this.
Wow.
Look
I
at
feel
this.
bad for you, Kurt. I feel bad for you. I have 4s full here. But,
Little mini raise, min raise.
I'm just going to call.
What?
He calls him, and the full house wins it for Phil.
Wow, that was
Kyle, I felt bad for you,
I
Kyle.
believe there is some collusion happening at the table.
Take a look at the chip count. Again, over 35,000 for Josh, Martin Truex Jr., 29,419. Larry at 25, Phil 25, Craig Wood 19, and Kyle Busch, the low chip count at 9,173. All right, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. That means that, well, all cards are on the table, everything out the window. People are getting excited about possibly winning it all. But of course, it couldn't happen, especially with our drivers being here, if it wasn't for our driver pool sponsor, John Hall Chevrolet. Maria, we are so lucky to have them a part of this event.
Yeah, of course, Glenn Ritchie, the owner of John Hall Chevrolet, is not only a pillar of the Daytona Beach community, a board member of the NASCAR Foundation, but also a lifelong friend of Mrs. France and the France family. Glenn couldn't be with us tonight, but he wanted to share the story about his friendship with Mrs. France, especially over the game of Texas Hold'em. Glenn always played with Betty Jane and remembers her being a very avid poker player and, a regular in the game. He said she was a good player, but that you had to watch out for her. And even more so, you had to keep an eye on the dealers, because Glenn said that Betty Jane was always charming the dealers, and somehow she managed to end up with the best hand. But thankfully, the players tonight don't have to worry about that, because the dealing was handled virtually by our friends at Club WPT. So before we get back to the game, let's hear a quick word from John Hall Chevrolet. And if you live or visit the Daytona Beach area, make sure to check them out.
Say goodbye to 2020. It's a new year at John Hall Chevrolet, and that means it's the best time to buy a new Chevy. As the largest Chevy retailer in Central Florida, we offer the biggest selection at the lowest price. And you get it all, on your terms, fast, easy, and convenient. As a family business with a proud tradition of taking care of each and every customer, you'll see why we've been Chevy's Dealer of the Year 18 times. Get it all at John Hall, I guarantee it.
I heard a radio in the background. You should do it. You
I
should do it.
could have had you, but I think that could have been our first.
No, I will say this, Josh. Here's the problem: is every time I feel sorry for somebody, then they show me Queen's full. So that's what I was gonna say. He raised, so I mean, there's not that many hands. He didn't have a deuce, so he either had Queen's
This is
full
true. He
or
did
just
raise
an
it,
ace.
and he min raised, suggesting he wanted to call.
Pocket sevens
Exactly.
for Josh right now. Suited 8-2 for Phil.
Poker's funny like that. You're like, I really wish that I really wish this guy didn't lose his chips to me. And then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, he has me smashed.
Kyle out ahead though with a pair of nines, but Phil with that flush draw.
Past my
and
bedtime.
Josh Molina not ready to give up on his sevens quite yet.
Really, Josh? 5,500, huh?
He wants to see the next card.
Fold.
Got them double nines.
Oh, see, Kyle's already saying what he has.
If not, we all look dumb.
Phil out. Josh is right now thinking that those sevens are going to do it for him.
Here we go.
Well, I'm behind.
Yeah, I think Kyle's hand is just too strong. You've got to go with it. It's all
look at
in.
this. Beautiful hand.
Oh,
Wow.
look at this. Three
Still doesn't
nines
want
for
to
Kyle.
Nice hand.
Oh, 6 close.
Nice hand.
And I get on the big blind.
We had a restart level.
I hate that when you get the big
Hour and a
one.
half in.
Look at this. Pocket eights for Martin,
Yeah.
pocket nines
I
for
mean,
Phil.
it's terrible.
Yep, I know. But you never know what you're gonna flop. It's
I mean,
It could be your lucky day.
Wants to bet $4,000 to knock me out. There it is.
Could be your lucky day.
I'll show this one. Don't worry.
All right,
Action.
10-2 might not be the best. Yeah, I was
No,
going to say,
you got
Kyle, that
pairs.
might not
I
be the
just
best
don't know
hand to
how
be
big they are.
playing with these guys.
Oh,
And look at this,
Martin
the 8 on the flop.
Just out flopping Phil.
Oh, come
Phil
on.
Not like this,
Jesus.
but Martin
Really?
is a huge bet here. I don't
You
know.
like that
this
flop,
set
huh?
might get Phil
I have a
to
big pair.
hold his hand, and that'll be a very cheap getaway for Phil Hellmuth. If
This is
so,
crazy. I have pocket nines. All right, fold and show. I'm going to show up here.
And he does.
Oh, get an 8 on
I think that's why he's a, what is
Let
it, 15
him,
time
let him take charge.
World Series
Yeah.
poker
I did the
champion?
right thing there, right?
Sure did.
you have
Got
got
a
to be
lot
able
of
to
stuff.
lose the
This goes
minimum.
along.
No. Trust me, they're thrilled. Trust me. Just a lot more.
Suited,
stuff cut up.
Jack 7 for Kyle Busch here.
This is
and
truly
a jack
impossible.
comes
I mean,
up.
look at 22. The short stack is 22-3, and the big stack is 29. Wow.
4 people at
Josh
22.
Molina with top pair of queens here.
This doesn't
So
make sense.
you can't really imagine that Kyle's going to go anywhere, considering he could potentially turn some flush draws as well. So
The weird thing about this is, like, in about 20 minutes, there'll be 2 left. It's going to happen really
Phil,
quickly where it goes bust.
that's prophetic right there, Phil. I think that's prophetic. All right, Josh has the best hand right now with queens. Now a possible flush draw.
yeah, that's the kind of turn that Kyle was looking for. You feel
Actually, I'm
a
kind
little
of
bit
proud of
better
everybody
when
in
you
this group.
have
Everybody's
this
trying hard.
flush
I
draw
like this.
as a backup
I know.
to the pair of jacks.
Sometimes you can play with some
He's gonna call
celebrities, and they just they mail it in.
Jacks and 7s now.
And Kyle's turn to start
Nobody's
getting
mailing
lucky
anything in
on
tonight,
some
fellas.
people with this nice river.
I think everybody here is pretty competitive, eh?
Yeah.
7,200 for Kyle Busch. Josh is calling it, and Kyle wins the hand. Big hand for Kyle Busch.
Got it. Damn.
Woo! There's a new chip leader in town, fellas.
That was enough.
And all the big stuff here is what's going on.
Yeah, and just like that, Kyle is very much back in contention. He was the short stack, but now I think he has the chip lead. And of course, the winning driver is going to take home $25,000 for their charity.
Josh is all in. All right, the D
Uh-oh.
Nice
Kyle playing
river.
for the Bundle of Joy Fund. He and his wife Samantha have been working
Look at a
in
marginal
fertility, trying to make sure that parents that are fighting to have kids have an opportunity for that. And of course, Martin Truex Jr. playing for the Martin Truex Jr. Foundation. He and his significant other, Sherry Pollux, who is fighting ovarian cancer right now. They have been so instrumental in helping kids and everyone terrible disease.
Looks like we just lost Josh Molina on that hand. The first player to be eliminated at the final table. It took a while. I mean, Josh fought valiantly, just did not get anything going his way.
Kyle playing for the Bundle of Joy Fund. He and his wife Samantha.
Hello, Maria.
Hello, Josh. I am sorry to see you in here. You are kind of the ringer in this group, I feel like, because I don't think they know just how good at poker you actually are. So
But you're kind to say as I face bitter defeat. You're very kind.
you got to tell me what happened.
Well, I'm comfortable with the hand that crippled me, where I had top pair at Queen 10. I was up against around what I thought was second pair, which turned out to be second pair, and he rivered a 7. So I think it was a 5-outer, and sometimes that happens. Maybe I should have shoved earlier in the hand. I was making sort of 50%, 60% pot bets. It's also, those guys are a little bit hard to play. So counterintuitively, sometimes people who don't play poker that often can be difficult to figure out. I felt like I was roping chips out of him, but sometimes you get burnt when that happens.
Well, we're so happy that you were able to join us for this event for the NASCAR Foundation. I mean, honestly, it's a great event and a great cause, and we were so lucky to have you to be a part of it. I mean, how important is it, especially during these times? Poker is a great way to fundraise for great causes. So, you know, how
Absolutely.
important is it for you to participate in events like this?
Well, there's nothing easier. I mean, poker is fun, and so if someone says you want to, that's someone being you. Do you want to come play for a great cause and have some fun? The answer is always, if I'm free, absolutely yes. And then, of course, I took a look at what the NASCAR Foundation does and what they do for kids and for kids' healthcare, and it's a beautiful mission, and I hope I'll continue to be involved with the cause.
Yeah, well, thank you again for being a part of it, and better luck next time. I will see you in our home game.
I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks, Maria.
And I've never met Josh before, but I hope that we see him in person next year at this event, because what a great guy, and really appreciate it.
And then, of course, I does what they do for kids.
So now down to 5. Look at this, 5-6 for Phil Hellmuth, and he has 2 pair now.
Yeah, Craig with top pair, so this will spell a little bit of trouble for Craig. We'll see if he might be able to get away from it a little bit cheaply. Not when Phil goes all in.
Wow. Oh, and Craig calls him.
Fun. The answer is always
Yeah, you can't pull top
and then, of course,
pair here, but just unfortunate.
What happens here?
Oh, counterfeited
Look at that.
for pairing on the end.
How about this? Phil Hellmuth out in 5th in this tournament.
All right, Phil. So for a while there, it was getting a little dicey for you. You were kind of the short stack, and then you came back. What happened? Now you finished 5th, and you didn't berate anybody either.
No, I mean, the last hand, I tried to get a fake parade in because, like, it came 10-6-5, and I just moved in with 5s and 6s. I bet 15,000 into like 10. But I mean, you know, he had a queen and a 10, so that looks like a great hand. And you know, I mean, I was a big blind. I could have 9, 10, or 10, 8. But it turned out I was in great shape. The turn was the 4 of diamonds, which was even better for me because now he only has 2 black queens in the deck and a couple of 10s, and he could hit a 4. And he hit a 4. I didn't even see that one coming. For a sec, I was like, "What?" But I fought really hard, and I'll tell you what, I had a lot of fun. And Kyle played well, and Martin played well. Our NASCAR stars played well. So I just had a lot of fun today, and we raised some money for charity. I was a big blind, but it turned out I was in great shape.
You know what's fun, Maria, is I played golf with some great golfers, and they remember
Has 2 black
every
queens
shot.
in the deck.
And that's the way Phil Hellmuth is with every hand. He remembered every hand and how he got into the position that he was in throughout this tournament. So what an absolute honor to have Phil a part of this event. We hope to see him again next year too, because that was a lot of fun. Larry's got 9s here.
Our NASCAR stars.
Yeah, and now we're down to 4 players. Got both drivers still in, and 2 longtime NASCAR fans in Larry and Craig battling it out here. Top pair for Craig on the turn. Oh, and it looks like Larry's going to be all in
Phil
here
Hellmuth
with his
is with
pair of
every
9s.
hand. He remembered every. That could be quick for Larry. How about that? Throughout this tournament. So
Larry, what a great job you did. You won your sit and go table, and then of course you got to play at the final table with such an amazing group of players. How did you enjoy your very first time playing online poker?
Oh, it was amazing. And I really had never played online before. And it was awesome. I want to take a second, if I'm allowed, to thank Center State for inviting me to play at their table the first time. And I loved it. And the people were fantastic. And I got lucky early and started getting good cards. And I was able to advance. And when I got to the final table, what a great group. What a great group. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I remember you sharing some stories of how you've been a longtime NASCAR fan. So could you share with everybody kind of how you've become, you know, a longtime fan now of this amazing sport?
Oh, well, yeah, I told Bobby Labonte at the first table that I went to the last race on the beach in 1958, and then I went to the first race at the new track in 1959. I mean, that tells you how long I've been a NASCAR fan. And we owned a restaurant for 16 years, and it was all NASCAR oriented, and pictures and this and that, and a lot of signatures and autographs and pictures. And yes, I followed NASCAR for 58 on.
All right, so even though Larry finished fourth, I think he had the best poker face, didn't he? I mean, he was really stoic throughout that event.
Yeah, I honestly cannot get a read on him.
Two drivers and Craig. Let's see what happens here.
Kyle with top pair. Pretty big hand, but Martin with the straight draw.
Craig's going to call. And look at this, Martin. He's all in.
With that straight and Kyle with two pair, it's hard to imagine Kyle getting away from this. And of course, Martin is going to get the full double up from Kyle. It's more fun when you beat your friends, you know. And if you guys at home are watching and may have the itch to play, ClubWPT.com is a great place to play, and you can win your share of $100,000 every single month.
You can't do that now. All in for Craig Wood. Suited. King Jack against a pair of tens.
Let's see if the tens are going to hold here for Martin.
There it is. Martin eliminates Craig Wood now. Two drivers left.
Craig, good game. You finished in third place. You had some pretty tough competition. You guys were battling it out for a while, but how amazing is it to be able to play against Kyle Busch, seeing as how you're a big NASCAR fan and a big Kyle fan?
Absolutely, and you and Phil Hellmuth are my favorite two poker players. I could not play against you today, but I knocked out Phil Hellmuth, and he actually complained and did this to me, so that's everything.
Yeah, and I heard you kind of chatting with Kyle and exchanging some stories of, you know, how you became a fan of his. So can you just share with us how cool it was to play poker against him?
Well, I grew up in Daytona Beach, so I've been going to the races since I was a little kid, and I watched Kyle when he first came out. And I was just right away was drawn to his talent. I just could tell he was one of the better drivers. So I've been following him the whole way, and him and his brother both. There, it's been really fun to watch him. And you know, he always does good at Daytona. Not as good all the time, but we always root for him here. He's got a big following in Daytona.
Thank you so much for participating, and congrats on your third place finish, Craig.
Thank you very much, Maria.
Here we go.
Yeah. I hear you. 25 grand's on the line, right?
Can we tell them to jack up the blinds here or what?
They will.
Mono a mono, driver against driver.
All right, we got to make something happen here.
Yeah, this is it. And heads up is the purest form of poker, in my opinion. It's just you and one other person. It's really a mind game because it's tough to make hands and you have to battle it out and play pretty much every pot.
I think we always have to
it'll
play
be fun
for
to watch who comes out on top today.
So Martin right now has the
play every
chip
flop.
lead. He's over 84,000. Kyle was at 54,000. So we'll see now how this continues to play out.
And nobody's going to go home empty-handed because the driver that finishes second
There we go.
will
Now
win
we got some play
$15,000 for their charity.
Queen's here for Martin. And Martin's going to win this one. We'll see what he bets.
Yeah.
And if Kyle stays
Kyle
in.
Yeah, really. Why not?
Kyle being a little loosey-goosey there, just coming along with that straight draw, but it doesn't come in for him.
You might beat me. You never know.
Would have played out, it would have been a straight, but it did not.
Yeah, the old open-ended straight.
Happens so many times to us all. And we've got two pair here. 10s and 4s for Martin.
Kyle, though, not letting up on the gas pedal, being very aggressive with just that king high.
Betting again. Oh, Martin is going to win the hand with his two pair. Almost 100,000 for Martin Truex Jr. in the chip count.
Rode the hoe out of that one.
They're big blinds. They can go the other way in a hurry.
Right.
Kyle's getting pretty short here. Definitely needs to make something happen. And look at that open-ended straight flush draw. This would be a good hand to do it with.
Card.
I need one card.
A straight flush, no less,
Ooh,
for Kyle Busch.
you get the flush?
Beautiful hand, but unfortunately,
the
Martin
flush?
does not have much to call
You got the
with.
flush. I
Not
see. I
a
knew
lot
it.
of action there, but still nice to take down the pot.
That's probably the best hand we've seen, a straight flush there all
That's probably
night.
the way we ought to do it.
Come
Like,
to
even
Kyle
if we're not
Busch.
going to play it out, just check it out or something like that, right?
Both players have a piece of this board, though. Martin with the pair of jacks, Kyle with the pair of nines.
Kyle goes 8,000. Martin calls him. Again, Kyle with the bet. Martin's going to raise.
Putting in the raise for all of Kyle's chips, essentially.
He's going to call it. And look at that. Martin, two pair.
You put one more bet in, and I have to go all in. So yeah.
That does it. Martin's done it.
I won.
Yep.
I won. I won the money.
You won the money.
The money. I won. I won.
I'm always finishing second to Martin.
That was awesome, man. No, good job. That was awesome.
That was good. That was fun. Nice work.
We tried to do one too, and we got it.
Yeah.
Right? There
Yeah,
you
the
go.
dumb race car driver swept the deal.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the both of you. I mean, that was a heck of a fight. Nobody got knocked out for, I think, at least the first hour and a half. But in the end, it came down to you two. Now, I'm going to start with you, Kyle. You were playing for the Bundle of Joy Fund. You have won $15,000 for your charity of choice. So could you please share with us, how important that cause is for you and why it was important for you to show up here tonight for the NASCAR Foundation as well?
Yeah, it was super fun. Thanks to the NASCAR Foundation for the invite. I enjoyed being able to play against all the competitors I was able to play, especially there at the end. Well, I'll take that back. Not especially there at the end against my teammate Truex, but it was still fun. And yeah, so Samantha and I, we started the Bundle of Joy Fund back in 2015. Her and myself had issues being able to conceive our son, Brexton, so we had to go through IVF. And so we not only raise awareness, but also raise money for other families that are going through the same needs that they want to have their own child, but they can't afford it. Infertility costs are anywhere between $20,000 to $25,000 just for a round to give you one shot at an opportunity to have a child. So it's very unfair and very unbiased for a lot of individuals, and so we try to help out those financial burdens as best we can. So thanks to the NASCAR Foundation for the donation, and we look forward to giving that grant out this year.
Nice. Well, I also noticed, because we're on Zoom, and I saw you taking some notes, maybe writing some stuff down. Were you trying to keep track of what hands your opponents were playing? What was going on there?
Well, I was just keeping track of what I was playing, because I like to kind of watch how it plays out, how it's going. And then Martin had to make sure to point out that you could always look at that back in the recap section, if you will. So you can always kind of see your hands, but I like to play it live, I guess. And so I was always just kind of writing down my cards that I would get.
I love it. A true student of the game. I feel like you are going to be dangerous. Do you feel like this has really fueled maybe your passion for poker? Obviously, you are no stranger to competition. So does this get your adrenaline going?
Yeah, absolutely. There were a couple times there in that first game where I was down, I was low on chip count, and I was like, I gotta go here. I gotta play this. I got no choice. It's either go now or go home. So there was a couple moments where I was sweating it, and I was like, oh man, I don't know what's gonna happen. But you try to hope for the best, and it came out a couple times. Played that one time with Martin as well too, and I swore I had him beat. I had 2 pair, and this fool comes out with a straight, so he got me.
Okay, well, you got to at least tell me, how do you judge Martin's poker face? You think that you got a good read on him, or?
I knew he was a good player. I think he and I have played before years ago. We used to do poker games at my house every once in a while, and Martin would be our guest, our star guest, if you will, that would show up and take everybody's money.
Okay, so maybe Martin, you were the ringer. How do you feel about your heads-up opponent tonight? When you got heads-up against Kyle, were you like, I got this?
Well, not really. I mean, I thought he played really well, and honestly, there was one hand where I got a good bunch of chips, and once I had a big lead on chips, I knew I was in good shape. But you never know how it's going to play out. So, luckily, I got some good cards, and honestly, just had a lot of fun.
But Martin, you actually ended up winning $25K for the Martin Truex Jr. Foundation. So we would love to hear a little bit more about that. And, it's pretty awesome to beat Kyle heads up for that extra $10K difference.
Yeah, definitely always fun to have a rivalry with Kyle and, kind of teammates. And we've raced together for a long time, and we're great competitors. We're good friends, and it's been fun. So, honestly, just really, really happy for our foundation, and, this year, 2020 was a tough year for us fundraising wise for our foundation just because of COVID. And, our biggest event of the year that we've always had, Catwalk for a Cause. It's a big fashion show that we run. And we actually have kids that are fighting pediatric cancer in the show, that's really, our main cause. And, to be able to not have that this year was a huge burden on us. And, the girls that run our foundation did a great job of finding different avenues and different ways of raising money. But at the end of the day, it was a tough year. And so anything we can do to, raise a little money and to be involved with the NASCAR Foundation and, what Betty Jane France started so many years ago, they do a great job. And, it was an honor to play tonight. It was a lot of fun. It was, an easy way to get in and do something for a good cause and have a little bit of fun along the way. And I think, just appreciate everybody's involvement and everybody putting it on, and, everybody for coming out and playing and having a good time.
Yeah, I feel like both of you guys have enough poker game to take the show on the road and hit up the charity circuit and beat everybody out for some more money for your foundation and for your various charities. So thank you guys again so much for your time and for participating, and congrats again to you both.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it. Can't wait to do it again.
Wow, how about that? So congratulations, Martin Truex Jr., the overall winner of the night, and he takes home a $25,000 donation to his charity, the Martin Truex Jr. Foundation, that supports pediatric and ovarian cancer patients and their families. To learn more about his foundation, you can visit Martin Truex Jr. Foundation.org. We want to thank all of our sponsors, especially Halifax Health and John Hall Chevrolet. And of course, thanks to everyone for playing, including our driver celebrities, poker pros. Maria, you have been spectacular again, teaching us the game and then talking us through that final table.
I am always happy to be a part of this. And don't forget, you guys, to go to NASCARfoundation.org/silent auction to check out all of the great items up for bid and help us raise even more money for the kids. You know, we were talking about the lesson that Phil Hellmuth and I gave prior to the start of play. Well, Daniel Negreanu has so generously donated a 30-minute Zoom session, and it's on that silent auction site. So make sure to get out there.
I've already bid on it a couple times. Hopefully nobody outbids me, because I definitely need to work on my poker game. We want to thank you all for watching tonight, and hopefully we'll see you all again in person for next year's tournament and soon at the track as we get ready to get back to racing.